Look at that. We are a minute early.
We are 4 minutes late.
Well, you don't know that I set the schedule for 3:05 every
Well, you
time.
should set it for 2:58. So then we could be at 3 and then we're on time.
That makes no sense.
To start at 3?
No, I need a few minutes to get ready and do all the things I do. So
And
I give
then
myself
5
5 minutes. Yes, and look at us. We're early.
But we're not early.
We are
early,
late, baby. We
They
got
don't
here at
even know.
3:04. They do because it says it on there how many minutes we're coming.
10.
You know what I
we
love?
are late.
We're baby.
I like to go at 3.
You don't even know the difference. It's been 3:05 for like months, and you have no
I've
idea.
noticed every day we've been late.
You've been frustrated with me because you didn't know that was part of the plan.
That's true.
I love you, and your hair looks amazing.
Thank you so much for giving me that compliment.
Can
Your
I-
hair looks fantastic.
Thank you. Can we see more of it? Can you look down so we
No.
can see the?
I shan't.
Why not?
No. And we're giving too much real estate on your left. So turn the.
This way.
There you go.
Ah.
Yeah. See. It's better.
Yes, the hairstyle. Yes, Tanjareen Thomas. Hey,
So-
Jordan Taylor was in here before. It's gonna be
He
a
was.
good one. Yes,
Thank
baby.
you so much for being there, Jordan Taylor, and everybody that's watching. I publicly
Thank you, Jordan.
annoyed and disrespected you last week, so I'm publicly apologizing for arguing with you last week.
Baby, that is so sweet. I appreciate that.
We went through
And
our problems differently.
you know what? You apologized to me in that same episode, which
Yes.
is why I told everybody before you even apologized that you're amazing at communication, and together we're amazing at communication. You actually uprooted and up-leveled my communication. But the fact that you're apologizing again, and we had a great talk about it after the show,
Yeah.
I apologize for whatever I did and doing what I did to upset you.
You did a lot, but I appreciate you saying that.
I didn't do a lot.
You did a lot.
You were stressed before the show
No.
started, and it came out, and you were rushing me, and you had 3 screens, and
No,
there was a lot going on.
You were the reason.
We're back
for
to the
arguing.
regular.
But I thank you
We're back
for
to
even
regular.
saying that. You know what I mean? That means so much that you're that big to
You know
admit
what?
that you were the problem.
Oh, thank you
You're
very
such
much.
a sweet girl.
I can't stand you. And
Man.
the access, great hair, and incredible blouse. Thank you. What are you doing right now? Showing your
You
hair?
said you wanted to see what's up.
It looks fantastic, baby. I'm so in love with you. Look how good it looks. Ooh. So let your braids grow.
Braids, girl.
Anyways, let's get into it. This is episode number 40 of the Marriage Go Round podcast, and we are talking about relationships. Even though we are in comedy and you may have seen our sketches, you may not have realized that we are a real life married couple. So we do this podcast so we can share what we've learned so far in our journey, and you can share with us what you're learning on yours. Maybe you are single, married, divorced, separated, engaged. Put the capital letter to the initial of what you are in your relationship right here for us. And your girl's here, Autumn Reed.
Autumn Reed.
Hey.
I'm so glad to be a part of your show, Tanjareen.
Baby, it's our show. Okay, Vacation Bay hair. That's what you got, Vacation Bay hair. It's our show, baby. It's the Marriage Go Round. I can't be married without you.
Well, you can't be married without me.
Yeah.
But you've been doing the show without me.
Baby, you've been here for every episode. Even the one that I had to go downstairs and get you because you were down there in the man cave and forgot about the show.
What episode was that?
You can see it was early between 1 and 5. Between episodes 1 and 5, you were downstairs and I started the show without you. Happy Wednesday.
Oh, yeah? Was it a good episode?
Single. No, it was funny because I brought the camera with me to go and get you.
Oh.
Isaac said, what's up, CT and Tans? You guys are showing folks how to have a real relationship. Love it. Keep teaching, y'all. I appreciate that, Isaac. I appreciate that.
Isaac, I don't know if you know this, man. We're doing my birthday weekend in LA, the 4th through the 7th, and Autumn Reed has all the details. If you want to come to LA, you're invited, man.
Look at that. Where do you live? Debt-free dad. What's up, family? 16 years married. Congratulations, debt-free dad. So,
debt-free dad.
We have a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. We got a few different topics about relationships that we're bouncing around. And at some point in the show, if you'd like to click the link and become a part of the show and ask your question on camera, the link is right there where we're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube at the same damn time. It'll just say, click here if you want to ask an on-camera question or something like that. Click here and sign in.
So I want to get rid of last week's episode on my page then, since what you said, if we're building it a certain way.
Well, maybe that'll help people know, like, hey, this is episode 39. Where are the rest? And then you could be like, oh, this was just the promo. Come on over.
I already deleted it before I brought it up to you.
Hey, what's up? Pretty Sharice is in the building. She said, what's up? Hey, power couple team CT all day.
What up? Mighty love.
Uh-oh. So well, let's get into relationships. But first, I'm not seeing if you guys are single, married, or engaged, or divorced in here while we're talking. But Did you want to talk about when roles are changed, or did you want to talk about?
Let's get into when roles change first.
Okay, so today, before we get into anything, I'm just going to give you a quick snippet info. I don't know how to say this, but today we're going to talk about what happens in a relationship when the roles change. And I'll get into what I mean by that in a second. But CT, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, been a busy week. Been a busy week. So Saturday and Sunday I had shows. I kind of went into this on my caffeine stream yesterday, but to give you guys the brief cliff notes, Saturday I performed at a Don't Tell comedy event, which is a secret comedy show that only the members of, like, if you subscribe to their events, like if you went to an event and left them your email, you get invited to stuff. So I performed at a boxing gym. It was completely packed out, incredible crowd, Don't Tell comedy. That was Saturday by your mom. And then Sunday, I performed at the Comedy Store inside the original room. I have been performing in a different room over the past couple of months. And I hadn't performed in the original room of the Comedy Store since I was 21. And I wasn't ready at that point. I don't think it was a mixture of me not really being ready material-wise, and the audience was mainly comedians. And we know comedians as an audience at open mic are trash.
Facts.
And I was kind of nervous to go up. And I went up and I rocked. So I was like, man, I'm so much stronger than I was and more confident.
You've been going up a lot lately, so you can only get better, and you're already great.
Thank you. So then that was Sunday, and then I left there and went to Buddy Lewis's 60th birthday party. Shout out to Buddy Lewis.
Buddy Lewis.
And then we went to go celebrate. Then I went to go celebrate Farron, Tahir's wife, her birthday. So that was cool too. And then Monday, I don't remember. And then Tuesday, I had my stream. It was a great time. And I think I have one more stream to go, but I just got word that they are ending things over there.
At the place that you stream 2 days a week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, we got to talk about this off the air. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that recap. Let me remind you what I've been up to since our last episode. Saturday, I went to a woman's retreat. If you know a content creator named Miss J DMV, she's pretty viral on a lot of her sketches. Thank you very much for correcting me. She's pretty viral on a lot of her sketches. She's big on YouTube. I've done some sketches with her. She decided to do what she calls a boss lady retreat and bring 30 women who are doing well in their fields together to do a whole day of a retreat in a big 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 4-story home in the city of Venice, California. It was a beautiful day. I brought my girl Milana Jackson, who's an actress on Jasmine's Blues, Law and Order, and How to Get Away with Murder. And there was just a bunch of beautiful, great woman energy there. Unfortunately, me being there all day, doing 2 workouts and a meditation, all this stuff made me too exhausted to make it to the Farron birthday party that you went to after Buddy Lewis's party. So I, as a surprise, bought some edibles, put them in a nice little gift bag with black faces on it, and snuck them and dropped them off at Farron's house last night. Haven't heard anything back yet.
That means she didn't get them.
And I handed them to her daughter.
She got them.
So they're in her home. Have not heard of anything back. Anyways, to remind you
that kind of stuff make you not want to get a gift for nobody no more.
I'm just gonna wait and see. Maybe she didn't read my name on the tag. Maybe she got up and rushed to work. Oh, that's right. She doesn't do the corporate job anymore. I don't know what the reason is, but it is 3:13 our time. I dropped it off at 11 p.m. last night. Haven't heard anything back. But anyway, I want to remind my husband what he did on Monday. We watched the reunion to Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And it ruined our entire day because it was supposed to be live on Sunday. And it was all these complications. We sat in there for an hour, some change, trying to watch it. And they said, we'll show it to you noon on Monday. And being noon on Monday, man, I couldn't get any work done because in the middle of my day, I'm watching Love is Blind. And I was very let down by seeing it. So that's what we did. Let's get into relationships. And Love is Blind, we can talk about because that's relationships.
So Autumn Reed, you're absolutely right.
Let's read it.
But if I go ahead.
What? We ain't going back to the other one, especially after I talk trash about it while hyping the new place.
Here's the thing. The funny thing is, we could always go back, but I don't know. I'm interested in exploring new possibilities if I'm even going to do that anymore.
You got some more ideas up your sleeve.
Yeah.
And also, we are going to be creating some stuff together. We're going to go into the brainstorming phase, some things that we're going to come up with together. And you guys are going to be in for a treat. Because I don't know if you noticed about my baby, but he He has I don't know, I think I might have ideas, but you can write a script, a whole 30-minute script in a day, like easily. It's kind of amazing.
Not just 30. I could do several episodes of a script
in a day.
But
and most people spend a whole couple weeks on one episode. He can do it by himself without a team of writers in a day. So we're going to be coming up with some stuff like regular edible or weed edible. Not an edible arrangement with fruit, but desserts that were infused with different forms of THC. You know what else is classic? This podcast. Thank you, Autumn Reed. She's still chilling from being on the edibles. Gave it a little minute. Give it a little minute. Edibles hit different sometimes. Okay, Monty. Maybe she took everything that was in there and she's just passed out on the couch. No? All right. Well, today is 420. So happy 420 to anybody who celebrates that. That used to be a bigger deal. CT has a very funny reel on all his pages talking about what happened to 420. What they saying to me, baby?
Yo, the post said, I ain't heard nobody talking about 420. That means that powder done took over. I laughed so hard. That was Sunday. It was so funny. I laughed so hard.
Yes. So I thought that was funny.
Oh, today is 419.
Yes, tomorrow's 420, but we won't be here. We won't be here for it. So this is 420. Yes, got that powder is hilarious. And okay, people are talking about Reggie Bo because of course everybody misses Reggie Bo, but we're gonna keep it about relationships. You want to say something about this?
No.
All right. So let's get into today's topic about relationships. Like I said, we're going to talk about what happens when the roles change. If you're just tuning in, this is a live episode of the Marriage Go Round podcast, and we can't do anything without our theme song. You ready, baby? 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage Go Round. Marriage Go Round. Because married things and things are up. Married things and things are up. The Real Relationship Podcast. Blacka, blacka, blacka. Baby, that's don't unlive yourself. I love it.
Also, who came up with that? Here's the thing. I'm getting so tired of people coming up with new phrases and ways to say things that the old ones were okay. Like when people say, it's not okay to say homeless anymore. You got to say unhoused.
Unhoused and
first
unlived.
Of all, let's stop coming up with new words and just solve the problem.
Oh, that part.
Then people are saying instead of suicide, they say unlifed. Like, just Jesus Christ. It was fine. Yeah. We knew what it was.
And it's going to have the same connotation and meaning behind it. When you change the term, it's still the same. So you're not really
I'll give you something else. When we're talking about, I'm not nobody's partner. I am her husband. And this is my wife. It's okay to say you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife. You don't have to say this blanket term of my person. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they changed it to be inclusive of everyone. And I get that if you are not in the situation that the terms husband and wife were created for. But we're in those situations. Boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're in that type of situation, I don't see a problem with you saying boyfriend and girlfriend.
I got the paper that say husband and wife. They don't say partnership. Partnerships create companies, which is fine. You could also be my partner if we formed a business.
Exactly.
But for right now, you're my wife.
I know that's right. Well, it's 420 on my side of the world, so you're good. Hey,
Morgan.
I see that, Morgan. She's all the way watching in France. Let's see. You should have a new phrase. I don't know what you mean by that. CT got that smart humor. Exactly. No unhoused, they hobos. That's
well, I'm not going to go that far, but I will say unhoused, instead of creating all the terms, focus on getting these people who are not in homes a home.
That part. Solutions. Lexi says, just like birthing person. The F is that. I didn't even know that was a phrase.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing.
And they also did it. Thank you, Muriel. She says, we look gorgeous today.
Thank you.
They also,
she said you.
It's both of us. I've
decided.
She got
the Tanjareen at the end of it. That's you.
Oh, well, thank you, Mariel. I was trying to pass it on. Sharice, you reading that one? I just think it's sometimes that sitting around with too much time on their hands coming up with these new ass words.
And I don't even have a problem with people just coming up with stuff, but it's like, don't make that the new norm for people to have to say.
And so then get mad at them if they don't say the new one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. A word been out for a month and you're supposed to just know it. It's supposed to just spread around the world.
Oh, okay. So Jarrell says you sound sort of goofy in your 40s saying boyfriend and girlfriend. That's interesting because I was talking to a celebrity friend of ours, manager. He was a male. He has a girlfriend and he introduced her as his partner. And I said, oh, are you guys business partners? Or he said, no, that's my woman. And I said, oh, why'd you call it a partner? And he's like, oh, I just did. And I was like, it could be kind of confusing. And he said, well, we've been together so long, I felt like she's more than a girlfriend. And I said, well, then call her your lady or your woman. Bam.
Or at this point, why are you wasting your time?
Why haven't you married her is the real question. Because by year 3, we were engaged.
Man.
So I get what you're saying, that you sound goofy saying boyfriend or girlfriend in your 40s. So say my lady, say my woman.
Also, not in my 40s, Jarrell, so I can say whatever I want.
Exactly. But he just made as an example. You're both looking nice today.
Lex, God bless you.
That's how she's happily married.
Let me tell you something. That is how she happily married.
Let's talk about Tanjareen going viral from the split. LOL. The plan. Thank you for being here. If you're one of my new followers from that split video, this is the Marriage Go Round podcast. This is my real life husband, and we're going to talk about relationships. So for today, the live episode number 40. If you want to get on camera with us, we already have 2 people in the green room waiting to talk to us. But today's question is, what happens when the rule? Today's question is, what happens when the roles of a relationship?
Because the way you just did it was as if this is not live, and whatever you're doing, you're going to make some time to get around to fix it.
I was going to, in case this is my clip I'm the one who does all the editing for,
hey,
I was going to make that a seamless clip, but now that you're in it, this will be, it's not seamless anymore. Take 3.
Yeah.
For episode 40 of today's episode of Marriage Go Round podcast, the relationship episode, we're talking about what happens. What's the matter? Why are you making these faces?
I'm supporting you. This is your clip.
This is your supportive face?
Yeah, I was like, you ain't seen me start off with the big TV smile?
I can't stand you, and I love you so much. Oh, this is support. Okay, yeah. Take 4. For today's episode, we're going to talk about...
That's the support. I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to support you the best way I can.
I can't. Okay, blooper, LOL. You should start doing reels of these. This is definitely gonna be the reel. Listen, I have a bigger screen now, and I can see the glow of both of you guys in HD. Ooh, more gain. I got out there, got her some money. Let's see. Y'all messed up, boy. Pressed up about engagement when he got home. Y'all messed boy up. He got pressed about engagement when he got home. Who you talking about from last week?
Oh, she's talking about the he's mentioning the person you just said as partner.
Oh, debt-free dad.
If his girl was around and heard
it. That's funny. Well, I want to hear more about that. Feel free to get on camera and talk to us.
No, he's saying, you got to listen to what.
Oh, okay.
He's saying the example that you just gave about the guy saying, this is my partner. And you're saying, why not just call her your girlfriend? And he said, because it's more than that. And we just said, or how about you just make her your wife? Since
I actually said he should be engaged in front of his wife because she came back in the middle of that conversation. So you're absolutely right. And hopefully they're talking about it because it's like, what are you doing? Y'all tell beautiful relationship. Thank you very much, Jordan Taylor.
Jordan.
And this one, I wanted you to see the braid CT on point.
Appreciate that, money. Compliments will get you everywhere.
Yes. Okay, so now take 5.
Are you doing it again?
I mean, we haven't told him the topic yet.
Go ahead. You don't want my supportive face? This is support.
Oh, God.
I'll look away. Go ahead.
No. Now you look like you're posing with these fly-ass braids.
I mean, go ahead. I'm trying to give you some encouragement.
And just so you know, I'm not a 7-foot-tall giant. My chair is higher than his.
And I keep telling her to lower it, but
if I lower it, then my assets will be blocked by this.
Your assets?
Yes.
Here's the better question. What do you think your assets are?
Okay, you know I have self-esteem, but you also know that people click on stuff better when they can see more of a woman's body. You know that. So that's all I'm doing.
Okay, yes. However, but if you were to go down an inch, they would still see what you're trying to show them.
I did that before. If I go down to your level, it's going to be right here. So just come up. Compromise. That was perfect. Look at that. Ooh, that's it right there, baby. Now, take 6. Today's episode.
What? This was what you wanted.
Oh my God! With these fly ass braids. That's right, Lexi. Okay.
Hey, Lexi, you about to get moved in.
This is part. She's about to be a sister wife. Sorry, Green Ranger, but we had to do it. Lexi's on to him.
She's the best.
What's coming on to? What's gonna do? Okay, we got Jimmy Riz waiting in the green room. Lexi, Ashley was in here for a second. Now you both look like giants.
See?
It depends on what screen you're looking at. Anyways, today's episode.
Her screen. We look like
because Morgan's looking at a big new HD screen. So we might look normal size on hers. I don't know. Hair cutting is great. Sahal, I don't know who he's talking to. Ahmed.
Me? If he is, thanks. if he is.
Yeah, because you got a haircut, I would imagine. So the episode today, we're going to talk about what happens when the roles in a relationship change. And what I mean by that is, let's say that you've been with somebody, like we know someone who's been with their partner since they were in high school. They were high school sweethearts. They ended up, dating through college. They get married, and one of them is supporting the other one to get to finish school and go on to a higher school and just following his dreams. So she's the one, making the money while he's going to school. She doesn't cook. She doesn't have to do the housework. She's making the money. He finishes school. He gets the big job. Now he's the one making money. And she's like, I think I want to change what my work goals were. And he's like, okay, well then, now are you going to cook and clean? And then she's like, well, no, I never cooked and clean. You know me since I was 16. I don't cook and clean. You knew what you married.
And she always says, he know what he married me for. And I'm like, look, sex ain't going to get you through everything.
Right,
sex ain't going to fill a stomach up.
She's gorgeous, great body, great face.
Oh, my God.
Great personality.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what you guys think. What happens when a role in a relationship changes? Do you think that woman should now start to cook and clean when she doesn't really know how? She's never really had to. And she wants to be busy trying to chase her dreams now because he can work. What do you think is the solution? Or is she right? Hey, I didn't have to do this before. It's been years we've been together. What are you doing? Don't try to flip it up now. What do you think, baby?
I think this.
Sound like she took Cardi B lyrics.
I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you, I got this ring.
Hey,
and I guarantee you, first of all, Cardi B is a Latin woman. There's no way she is not catering to her man, if not in food or cleaning. That's just a song. I can almost promise.
Or maybe she's just hired the person who does the cooking and cleaning for her.
Well, at this point, they're both extremely wealthy. I
Right.
wouldn't imagine either of them are doing that on a regular basis. However, I know when she got him, she was not extremely wealthy, so she was doing that kind of stuff. But from my point, I said this about Tanjareen. I said, when Tanjareen gets this gig and she's making these millions a year, I'm going to be at the crib.
Millions a year.
I'm going to make sure that the common areas are clean. I'm going to make sure that I spend her money to take care of this house.
Spend my money.
Yeah, somebody
Why
going to be cleaning.
Why won't you clean it yourself if you're here all day?
Baby, I'm talking. Somebody going to be cleaning. Somebody going to be making sure that she got her vegan meals, her plant-based situations,
sweet of you. Thank you.
Smoothies, all of that. By the time she comes home, I'm going to be like this, waiting to hear about her day.
That's beautiful.
And then, that's going to be that.
But you're not going to do it yourself. You're not going to put the energy and effort into doing the cooking and cleaning. You're going to use my money to hire somebody to do the things that I need. Then what do I need you for?
Well, first of all, it's ours. I think that's what you misspelled.
Okay.
What's yours is ours, is at that point. Okay. So if the roles change, that's the kind of house husband I would be.
All right. Well, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Trinell Reed says, I've been married for 2 years now, but my wife is talking about having kids. When is a good time to have kids? Oh, let me start this comment and come back to it because it's off topic, but it is about relationships and I want to get back to that. And I also have 3 questions from my marriage go round room inside my Discord. So I want to get to those as well. Lexi Lex says, he shouldn't be acting brand new about the cooking thing, but it's not realistic to not try for your spouse if that's something they want. I agree, Lexi Lex. I feel like she could be watching YouTube videos and doing a little something.
Listen, I don't know how to traditionally cook, but I have a great imagination. And I remember the first time I grilled bread. Remember when I first grilled bread? I was like, oh my God.
Put a little butter on it, put it on the frying pan.
This is incredible. I start grilling both sides with it. Now you can't tell me nothing.
He won't eat a sandwich unless it's like that now.
Nope.
Let me see. Just hire a cook and a maid. Not everybody has that money like you, Emperor Kev. Not everybody's balling to hire a cook and a maid. They just got regular jobs, or even if they're, upper middle class, you may not be able to hire a cook and a maid. Morgan says, sex can only get you so far. However, since they are both making money, why not hire housemaids and a cook? That's the thing. She stopped making the money she was making right around the same time that he was making money. So now the roles really reversed. If they were both making money, this wouldn't even be a question, but it went from here to here. So that's the question.
And let me tell you something.
What you telling me?
She fine. You could get smashed a lot, but ain't none of that gonna make me not hungry.
Should she start an OnlyFans?
I would support her.
Your face was like, the mouth was like, absolutely.
I would support her.
Oh,
but
that's
I don't
so
think
nice of you.
that she should do that.
That's so nice of you. I went to bed looking at some of my friends' leaked OnlyFans footage last night. I'm gonna show it to you tonight. But I was just like, man, this is interesting that my friends are doing so much online for that paper.
Hey, you gotta get that bread. Now,
but
what's
it's
bad
expensive
is
to live in LA, so I get it.
one friend that you were telling me about that has it. I have seen her advertise her page, and I've seen that page price drop week after week. And what hurts my feelings is if your naked body can't hold on to this money, it's time for you to get another trade.
So you sent me a meme where a girl was complaining, saying, "Yeah, y'all dudes is broke. Y'all can't even afford the $7 for my OnlyFans. I'm about to shut it off because this is BS. Y'all so broke." And then the next reply was, "Man, that's gotta hurt your soul when nobody wants to see you naked for $7. It's like, eee.
Because think about that. Nobody wants to see you naked for $7. I'm not proud of what I'm about to say. Okay, but I'm about to say it. When Lunel's OnlyFans dropped, I had to see what was up.
Oh my God. Baby.
All right?
Are you serious?
Okay, you didn't know this, but I had to see what was up.
Were you attracted to Lunel this whole time?
No, but it was something about the fact that Lunel was just going to be naked. I was like, I think I want to see this.
That's so funny. I love Lunel. She's a mutual friend of ours. She did a photo shoot naked for her birthday party like 6 or 7 years ago, and she had this dope art painted on her back, and her butt was in the shot. It was gorgeous, but I had no idea she had an OnlyFans. So
and
now
then
I'm interested.
after I got on the page, I was like, what am I doing, man? This is Lunel. Let me look at a couple more pictures. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea, baby. Now I gotta see it. Let me see. Okay. Slick says, do we as men get looked down on for cooking and cleaning when she don't?
If she doesn't, first of all, it's got to get done. Slick. I think this is what we need to understand. Jimmy, thank you for being patient. Stay in the green room.
Thank you, Jimmy.
It's got to be done no matter what. So if you are, as the man, first of all, Slick, you drive me as someone who is a very good guy. You seem like someone who has been an asshole to women, and you were like, you know what? This is on me. I'm about to be better. And then you start becoming so good that you don't even entertain the women that don't deserve you. So you seem like such a great guy that you would do the cooking and cleaning. I feel like it's a good assessment, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do the cooking and cleaning, make sure that she's doing something to balance that out to where you're not being taken advantage of.
Great advice. Lexi Lex says, okay, question. Was he cooking and cleaning while she was making the money? I think so, yes.
I think so.
Yes. So that's what I mean. Like, should it reverse? Because she's like, well, you knew I didn't know how to cook and clean. Natasha says, since the roles have changed, she should adjust. Unless he compromise on the cooking, I don't believe she's being realistic. And this is from somebody who's been married for over 32 years. And this one says, Autumn Reed, if the roles change, then the conversation and compromise should be had. It's never too late to learn how to do chores. Ooh,
and I know how to do them. I've been out the game for a while, but I know how to do them. That's something that you never forget, to be honest. When it's been engraved in you, I've been doing chores since I was 9.
I can't tell.
I'm talking.
Okay, sorry.
I've been doing chores since I was 9, and I think I stopped around 25. So,
When you moved in with me?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He used to pay me to clean his apartment before we lived together. But when he would go home to visit his mom, he would be calling me like, oh, I saw this and I saw that. So I had to clean it for her. And I was scrubbing the walls and I was doing all this. I was like, oh, you do know how to clean. I had no idea. So then when he moved in with me, I was like, bet he gonna be helping me clean. He was like, no, you was cleaning before I got here. So just keep that up. I'm like, but
act like I'm not here, baby girl.
But I can't because you make it messier, baby boy.
No,
like,
no.
What kind of rule is that? You don't make a mess?
I make messes?
Yes, you leave everything you use, you leave exactly where you used it.
Oh yeah, that's because I know you like to put things in specific places.
But you know where those places are, so you could put them there yourself because you got them from there.
Here's the funny thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is how well I know my partner. Tanjareen is very bossy and is very much her way or the highway. She can have her clothes assorted on the ground.
All over the house.
All over.
Yes.
If you leave a toothbrush somewhere that ain't...
Get that out of here.
She's going to be like, So I'm like, you know what? To stop the middleman, I'm going to just leave this stuff where you need to put it back to.
Or, hear me out, hear me out. Since you got it from the place that it was organized and put away, why not just go ahead and put it back? Because you know that's where I like it.
No.
Or
I
even
never give you the satisfaction.
Or even take your own dish after I've served you in a recliner and put that in the sink.
No.
That's my fault too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like you said, you brought it to me, so you got to take it.
This is what I signed up for. Remember, I told you guys in previous episodes, women, never do anything for your man repeatedly that you don't want to continue to do for the rest of the relationship. If you marry him, that means the rest of your life. And I knew signing up for this that I am a plate maker and a juice bringer. And that's what it is. And when he's done with his food, I come and get it from him and I take it to the kitchen. I do all the dishes. It's not me washing and him drying. I do it all.
I always thought that was ridiculous. Both of y'all ass don't need to be in the kitchen, man. Somebody say gonna do the dishes. Somebody do the damn drying.
And when it comes to laundry, it's not me washing and him folding.
No.
I do all the laundry.
Yeah.
And when it comes to this mortgage, it's not, him paying half and I'm paying half. No, it's him paying all of it. So
I'm over here, she don't know, but selling drugs for 6 months.
I don't care how the money gets here. As long as the papers stay clean and in our names. That's hilarious.
You want rocks. Okay.
You got rocks, baby?
You want weed? Okay.
You got both? Oh, we gonna be set. Whose house can be paid off next year?
Oh, you want the heron? I got the heron. You got
the heron. Do people still smoke heron?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's see. Chanel says, I'll cook, I'll clean, even if my wife's home because I like things.
Probably means he likes things done a certain way.
Okay.
But that's also another thing. Like, you like things done a certain way. I have had people clean for me before, and I didn't like the job that they did.
Facts.
So I had to go behind them and do something.
Oh, I think he is trying to say that. Because I like things done a certain way. You're right. He just broke it up. Let me see. Morgan says, but if she feels forced, it might bring frustration and conflict. Yeah, I guess so. Because my mom used to make her and my dad breakfast on Sundays sometimes. And it made me make the food with an attitude because it wasn't what I wanted to do. But I used to like making breakfast sometimes. But when they told me I had to, I was like, nah.
We're going to bring our first person in. We've been waiting for a while.
All right.
What's up, man?
Hi there.
This is the guy who was really not prepared when he came on Tanjareen's Top Talent on Tuesday.
Oh,
yeah.
And I had to hang up before he called me the B word.
Oh, he was rude.
Yes.
Oh, well, first,
I didn't say, please, lady.
Would you like to apologize before we get started?
That's exactly what I was going to do because this lady reminds me. I mean, I'm quite old. I won't say how old I am, but I remember when Whitney Houston first came on the scene a lot of years ago. This lady reminds me of her a little bit, and she's got charisma, she's got likability, and she's a lovely lady. And I can just tell by looking at you two, because I am quite old, and you two being maybe childhood sweethearts or something,
We're not talking sweetheart. We're talking about somebody else. We've just been together for like 13, 15 years. Now, Jimmy, I remember when you came on my show Tuesday, you gave me a whole lot of compliments. You called me beautiful, but then you started to get rude. So I'm going to go to another guest. I'll be back to you, okay? Let me get to these other guests because I'm worried about it.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to
my guy.
Hey, Slick Tafari. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all all right, family?
Where are you located?
Detroit, Michigan, baby.
Hey, and what would you like to ask us or advise us of?
Okay, so here's the situation. So I was in this relationship to where, we met each other on common ground. She had a job, I had a job. She had her own place, I had my own place. Car, and as things progressed, I slowly start seeing her kind of declining on the, work ethic, on the cooking, on the paying attention to like certain details. Certain details as in, if I wash dishes certain days, you should be able to wash dishes certain days.
Okay.
If I clean up certain days, you should be able to. So we had that pattern going. It was good, but it was slowly declining because of basically I start doing more.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by doing more is, you know, I started doing beyond my means. Like I started, we already was going out on dates. I started started taking her out every other day, you know. Then at the house, you know, I used to cook every day. I might order something out that she like, you know, or that I like.
He has removed his glasses, sir. Continue and then get to your question.
Okay. So basically, to make it short and sweet, the relationship ended because of I basically acknowledged the fact that I noticed the decline in things that she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she thought it was my job, like it was my position because I already paid the bills and already, you know, cook and I'm stable. But I do beyond my means because that's just me. But when I start seeing her declining, what do you do how do you address that without, I guess, how do you address that situation? Because I thought I did it nicely.
Slick. I'm a fan. First of all, you already know that.
We like
I'm a
Big
fan
fan of
Slick.
yours.
Brother, the problem is you gave her something that no man had given her before. And I can guarantee that she hadn't had it before, because had she had it before, she would have been able to keep a balance of her continuously doing it just like you were doing it. No, babe, I'm about to do this and that. I know you. No, look, I got it. No, let me do it. I've always told Tanjareen, there are givers and there are takers. When you look at plugs, like you look at a plug, you look at a socket. Two sockets can't be together. Neither can plugs. So you became a socket, and all she continued to do was plug into you and take your energy and take everything you were doing and require you to give more and more, because it was like, oh, he's doing this and he's doing that. What else is he gonna do for me? And your thing is, I'm a good guy. I like things a certain way, but I want to treat my lady. And you want to continue to make her feel good and uplifted. The problem is every woman and every person doesn't deserve that treatment. So this is what you have to look for the next young lady that you're dating. Look for things that she does for her family and friends, so you can get an eye on with the type of person she is without you being in the mix. If you go with her to her cousin's house, if she's the type to start picking up clothes or washing dishes, this is the type of woman that cares about things. She wants to make sure she's a help person. If she goes to somebody's house, like take her to one of your boys' house and let him have a couple things on the couch. If she just sits down and doesn't move the stuff, that's kind of a good piece of intel and lets you know what kind of person she is, because she's not going to even be like, hey, can I help clean up? Like, if she's not that, then, oh man, you're going to be wasting your time. Don't lose what you are, though, because there is a woman that is going to truly appreciate you and give you exactly what you give her.
And I want to commend you. I agree with everything you said, and I put some comments on the screen of other people who agreed. I want to commend you on just speaking up, because a lot of people stay in relationships when they're really uncomfortable and really unhappy because they don't want to just sit down and have the uncomfortable conversations. So I'm glad you were able to do that, and apparently she wasn't willing to change, because it doesn't sound like you look happy right now. Morgan says, every other day, you shot yourself in the foot with that one, taking on a date every other day. And this one says, you got to be careful with the atmosphere we create, because they become expectations, which I totally agree with. Autumn Reed says she never really did those things to begin with. She was doing them to impress you. So once she got you, she reverted back to her true form.
Damn.
So all that's in line with what CT was saying.
Yeah, and let me tell you, man, to give a good example, Tanjareen is this person whether I'm with her or not. She's a nurturing person. I've always been attracted to nurturing women. And for you, brother, I would always be in search of a woman who's nurturing. You can find these things out without even taking her back to a family, a friend of your, a family or friend of yours cribs. You can find this out by y'all going to a coffee shop. If y'all go to a coffee shop and y'all both at the register and you say, hey, what would you like? And she tells you, you're like, all right, cool, let's get those. And then when they bring the drinks, see if she grabs napkins. Or if they didn't give y'all a straw, see if she grabs straw. Or say, hey, would you like a spoon or something? These are things that will show you if she's somebody that is nurturing and somebody who pays attention to details. Or y'all both gonna sit down and you be like, oh, they forgot the straws. and she'd be like, "Oh, I think they're over there."
Yeah, there they go.
Right.
These
just
are
sit
all
there.
signs. Man, when I tell you I break down people's behaviors since I was a teenager. So these are the things you look for. Also, and I know what you're thinking. Man, is she gonna be a mud duck and she take care of all these things? There are a lot of mud ducks that do the things that I'm telling you, but it's a lot of bad ones too. But the thing about the bad ones is you got to catch them fresh out their relationship. You got to catch them right then, boy. They ain't just out there.
I think it's easy to be a bad woman now anyway, because we can do weaves and makeup and get this sucked out and this plumped up. We can do so much. So you can come from an ugly duckling and become a bad one and have the real you that's nurturing and still be in there.
Once she, I'm not gonna say that online. All right, yeah, brother. That is my advice to you. Continue to be who you are. Don't change anything. She is out there, but let her show a little bit before you start doing taking her on a date every other day or cleaning the dishes every week and cooking and cleaning, because a woman will make that an expectation and they'll start to use you, and you don't want that to happen.
Right. I
Also,
appreciate it, man.
you don't want to be used either doing all these great things for a man. So just look and see if he's the type of guy to say, "Hey, thinking about you today. Let me get the keys to your car." And she's like, "Why?" And you go fill her tank up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
He does that. Say it, CT. CT says, "I look at what a woman does with the plates when we're done eating, because I clean up after myself." Okay, that's an easy one to do too.
Yeah, if you're just gonna set them in the sink, I could have did that.
All right, thank you very much, Rep in Detroit. You know he'll be here there Mother's Day weekend performing. I hope you guys get a chance to meet up.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely.
Punchline Comedy Lounge on the West Side, Southfield.
West Side of Detroit.
Hey.
All right, Slick. Make sure you're following him on his pages so you can see the flyers and all that good stuff. Join the Discord, yada, yada, yada. Thank you very much.
Most definitely. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
We love you back. Man. Peace. Good brother right there.
He's a good
brother right there. Now, Ashley White says, dancing around in a jumpsuit like, Meg the Stallion voice.
Let's bring her in.
Oh, like, Meg the Stallion voice. She's been dancing in here for the whole 41 minutes. Hello, Ashley White came in here. Oh my goodness, she's twerking. Looking to put his glasses back on for her. Hey. Oh my goodness, Ashley.
Ashley got some moves, all that movement back there.
Okay, Ashley is in a great mood, and she also put a question in our Discord. Is that the question you're gonna ask?
Yes.
I'm gonna just say for the people at home, they sitting up.
They are sitting up. That body is bodying, and she has been eating no fried foods since Lent, all the way up until Easter. She says she doesn't miss the fried foods. I noticed because we talk in my Discord, she's lost some weight. She was on a weight loss challenge. She was one of the winners of the contest. So you can see that waistline is thinning out. It's looking good.
Hey, I support. Hey, let's get to the question, man.
The way you're looking at Ashley right now, do we need to fly her out instead of Lexi?
Let's just read the question.
So her question, Miss Twerk Something is her name in the Discord, says, question for the episode. When is the right time to become intimate with the person that you're in a relationship?
Immediately.
Oh my God, no.
That you're in a relationship with?
Okay.
You're in a relationship, not just dating.
She didn't say committed or exclusive, so that's why I thought she just meant like
Listen,
you guys are dating.
A relationship is a relationship. Dating is dating.
Okay. Do you mean like dating exclusively? Because at that point, you should have already had sex.
Both.
Things out. I would say as a woman, we have the treasure and we can never take it back. That's why I used to feel about giving out my phone number. You know, once you give somebody your phone number, you can't take it back. They always have it. Once you've had sex with somebody, you can't unscrew them. Ooh, we got a super chat. Mr. Login 10 sent $20. Sorry I'm late. Love you guys. Y'all content is bomb.
Thank you so much.
Team CT all day and Team Ring. Mwah, 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 mwah. Log in. Those kisses are just for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. She's dancing to the kisses. Thank you so much for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen and CT tree. Log in 10. He's on our page.
I will say, now what do you mean, Ashley? Like relationship? Like it's just like you're now his lady?
So like say maybe you have some with this person maybe, or you know, you feeling them. Like, cause I remember watching one of your episodes, you're like, baby girl, you gotta try out the car before you test it out, cause sometimes your marriage you go in the marriage and ain't what you want to do, you stuck, and I ain't trying to get stuck, so I'm trying to.
You got to see what's up, because if you get stuck with something that you can't listen, Tanjareen is my wife for the rest of my life.
Facts.
I refuse to be stuck with somebody that can't get that juice up out of me. You know what I mean? So you need to be with somebody. If you're going to call it a relationship, you need to get in, see what it's like before you decide to continue.
But I see all the men are saying immediately wear protection. Agreed, immediately get it out of the way. Actually, that's not a man, that's more game. I like first day personally. That's the statement of the day. Once you screw someone, you can't unscrew them. Technically, as a man, I can wash her off of me like it never happened. Here's the problem. People always say they got a crazy baby mama or a no good baby daddy. This is the same person that you slept with. You couldn't wait to sleep with them. They didn't change, but you slept with them too soon. So take a step back and pay attention to how they actually act when it's not the sex that's messing with your oxytocin hormone. That's sticking
Also,
out.
don't forget, and I man, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I've been in great moods, right? Tanjareen is my soul tie. When you sleep with somebody, you're taking on their energy too, not just y'all's passion. If this person is somebody who's depressed, if this is somebody who complains all the time, this is somebody who attracts negativity, you're going to wake up the next day or in a couple of days like, man, I'm in a bad mood. And I don't know why. It's because you've taken on that person's energy until you get it off you. So you got to be careful who you sleep with.
Monty says, wait, please wait. Reggie Williams says, raw.
Don't you be out here, Ron.
Life is too short. Take chances until you can't responsibly.
That is not good.
That's like the people in Freaknik, just having sex with strangers, getting finger banged by
Now
dudes
look at
with
you.
dirty fingers.
You got a documentary coming out.
And now you're about to lose your job. I didn't get water this time.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So I think as a woman who actually was celibate off and on for 3 years, I was able to really get to know a guy before I gave my body to him. And I was so happy when I did that because I was like, oh my God, after dealing with you for 5 or 6 months as just friends, I realized I dodged a bullet. And there were so many of my friends that are good male friends with me to this day. Thank you for being my king. You wild as hell. They're my good friends to this day because I didn't sleep with them and because I got to know the real them. Because when you first meet somebody, they show up the way they think you want them to be seen. And that's why we were friends for 2 years and I got to see the real him. So I say wait. I can't put a time limit on it because you could say wait 4 months, but you might only see the person once in 4 months, or you might date them every single day. Like the show Love is Blind might date somebody for 3 weeks, but they were together for 9 hours a day for 3 weeks. So I think it just depends on when you really feel like you know them. And I have a really good question from Z-Dog after this that ties into that. What are you gonna say, baby?
I got a feeling if I smash Ashley, I'm gonna be dancing all the time. That's her energy on me.
You're gonna come home twerking and I'm gonna be like, something's fishy, baby.
Yeah.
Something's different about you. I don't know what this is like. Let's see, like feel the energy and get to know them and make sure you're comfortable.
What are you about to say, Ashley?
I wanted to give y'all a shout out to you guys both. I said it on the Discord. I want to personally say it to you guys on a live to let you know that this is my little testimony from watching y'all and, receiving the advice from you guys, because back in episode 7 of Marriage Go Round, I was crying. I realized, man, I came a long ways away. And like a couple episodes ago, Tanjareen has shouted me out and I was like, yo, and then realizing, man, I have never been so much freer and happier since the advice that I took. And I literally feel so much happier. I feel so free. Like my titties feel free.
They look free.
Aww.
They look free. I'm happy for you.
I'm so happy to hear that. We're so happy. Thank you for typing that. And I want you to paste that under this episode 7 in YouTube when it comes out tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. But I appreciate you saying that because we have seen you grow. And we do see that there's a weight that's been lifted. You're making better decisions in relationships and you're just enjoying yourself. So amen to that.
As you should.
And she's like, I don't do that. So I'm a bounce. I love it.
Bye,
Thank you,
Ashley.
Ashley. See you in the Discord. She's hilarious. Oh my
She's
goodness.
the cutest, man.
I love it. Let's see. She can get the man. Let's see. But is the man act like perfect? I'm just gonna put these up here. Y'all can read them later. Let's see. Actually, that goes both ways. CT gonna be watching all sports, dancing, eating, hella mayo, and playing Madden if Ashley gets him. That's funny.
She be playing Madden? I'll be playing sports games.
Exactly. That's why he said that. Oh, that's amazing. Mariel saying about her comment. You're absolutely right, not denying that. Let me see. This is a conversation y'all were having while we were talking to Ashley. We all say what we should do, but actions are usually different than those words. Be responsible.
Mhm.
Absolutely. What does this say? I say get the D. This is Autumn Reed. As you get to know them, if the D is trash, no amount of personality is going to make up for it. But good D will make you consider if you are going to ignore the little yellow flags.
Yo, you know what's funny? I'll say this with all honesty. The first time Tanjareen and I smashed was not great. The second time was. The first time was just like, oh man, all right, that happened. And then we talked like a couple days later.
I'm a talker.
And she was like, yo, what's up? I'm like, hey.
Because I had come off of my 100-day detox, and I was like, I broke this. I went over 100 days at this point, did my little web series about it. And I was like, I've been waiting. So let's discuss how this is going to go. So I gave him some more shots. So I don't think that you can judge trash D. Like if it's tiny and he doesn't have any idea what to do with it and you can't talk to him and help him figure it out, then that's one thing. But if it doesn't start off good, there's always room for improvement, I think. If he's too good, then it's like, well, where are your kids, sir? Because you've had a lot of practice.
Ashley White said, raw is law.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow is right. So that guy Jimmy is no longer in the green room. Thank goodness. And we have time to go to a couple of our memes, but let me also just read these questions that I starred. This one says from Autumn Reed from earlier, talking about the roles being reversed. That's exactly why I don't make sandwiches for them. They come to expect them. Now, take this Lunchable and wait for your Uber.
But what if they start to expect the Lunchable?
In an Uber. That's gonna be expensive. That's gonna be expensive. Keep It Smooth says, I can't imagine not having kids for this reason. LMAO, my kids bring my plate and then I signal for them to come back and get the finished plates. I'm delegating chores these days and then I supervise.
Now that's where you having all those kids make sense. You ain't gotta lift a finger.
Yeah, I mean, it pays off. And that's what I used to hate about my dad and mom calling me in the room to help them do silly stuff. Morgan
my mom
says,
never asked me to, like my mom never really made me get her plate from her. But if I went in her room for something and I saw a plate, I would grab it and take it in the kitchen and wash it.
So you do know how to take a plate to the kitchen.
I know how to.
I'm just playing, baby. I'm just playing.
That's
Morgan,
so funny.
Thanks for laughing. Morgan says, I feel like she should start to. This is in regards to our earlier question about when the roles are reversed and the woman decides, well, I haven't been cooking and cleaning this whole time. You were doing it while I was working. I don't want to do it now. Morgan says, I feel like she should at least try to do more around the house from her own initiative, just to show that she's supportive of her man and his new situation. I agree with that. And I need to call and check on them and see the people that we know personally that are going through the situation. I need to call and see if they actually have made some wiggle room and some advancement with
she
that.
can't move in here not cooking and making.
Because if she ain't gonna help me, what good are you to me? All right, Trinell says, I've been married for 2 years now, but my wife is talking about having kids. When's a good time to have kids? I think 2 years is great. Have you guys traveled? Some people are pregnant when they get married. It's just not showing. Or some people are pregnant within that first year, like right away. 2 years. Have you guys had time to go places and really get to know each other and enjoy each other? And how long were you together before the 2 years? Because 2 years is a cool mark. 4 years might be better, but it depends on how old you are and how long you knew each other before the 2 years.
I think it's the experience. You and your wife or your lady need to have had a whole life without your kids. And then y'all decide to have kids, and now that's the next life. So y'all can still have moments and conversations and stories that don't involve, we met each other when we went to Kings Island one time, and then we just had a baby. And it's like, y'all don't really get a chance to enjoy each other. That baby mama and baby daddy thing would have probably been way better if they got a chance to enjoy each other before they had kids.
That's true. And we are saying the same thing. I absolutely agree.
Instead of figuring it out when the baby's here. Like, you'd be like, wait a minute, you don't believe in...
if we don't have the same religion
Yeah.
and you don't get along with your parents. Morgan says 2 years seems like a decent time, but it depends on many things. I agree with that as well. Slick Tafari says, you give me a Lunchable, I'm gonna politely thank you and leave. 100 emoji. So Lunchable won't work for him.
Yeah.
Autumn Reed.
I just need a snack is what we getting at.
Would you have been okay if we were dating and I was serving you Lunchables when you came to see me and we would watch TV and then have sex?
Well, you wouldn't serve me a Lunchable. What Autumn is saying is she gives them that on their way out.
But I'm asking this question because you would always want to eat when you came to my house.
Yeah.
And so I would cook.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't putting in on no groceries.
Wasn't putting on groceries, wasn't helping cook, wasn't helping do dishes, nothing. But if I were just giving you Lunchables, because what if I had a kid and you were taking the Lunchables? That's one thing. But what if I was serving you Lunchables and then we smash, watch TV, whatever?
I'm proud to say I've never taken a kid's lunch
Okay.
by any woman that I dealt with, and she had a kid. I never ate the kid's food, even though it looked super dope. I'm like, I remember being a kid. I wouldn't want to do this to a kid, and I might not see the mother anymore.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I always had honor.
But here you are, together and happy. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, Autumn Reed says, you can read it. You got your glasses.
You got to rotate the exit snacks. You got to rotate the exit snacks. Lunchables, fruit snacks, goldfish crackers, or leftover holiday candy. But everybody gets a bottle of water and a juicy juice.
That's hilarious. She's like a mama.
And I only pay Ubers for good deed. Got to make sure it gets home safely.
Oh, so it can come back to you. First of all, Autumn Reed, you put me up on game because I wasn't even given exit snacks. You know, I cook for you when you over here. You get a dinner. I didn't even think about the exit snacks. So ladies, if you're single and dating, pay attention. You should be giving exit snacks and a water. They should pay for their own way home, though. Oh, I definitely took a couple packs of fruit snacks. Lick Tafari said Lunchable meat makes perfect pasties. Oh my goodness, I got on some big pasties right now, y'all. That made me think about that. I'm going to get to Z-Dog's question from the Marriage Go Round room in the Discord, and then we'll look at one or two of these memes that you sent me today that are really funny, and we'll get out of here. This one says, Z-Dog, you ready for me to read your question? Dang, I forgot how to do this. There we go. All right. It says, what are the questions that should be asked before you give yourself to the person you're dating? Should you meet the family before going meet to meet, wall to wall, coochie to balls, raw, to make sure that person wasn't raised like a heathen?
I want to meet your family after I go raw, because if it's fire, I'm in your life. We together now. I said this on stream before. I've only started relationships with women after, like I've been in a relationship with anybody else. I've only started relationships after I hit him with the raw business and it was fire. And I was like, hey, yo, we together.
We actually have a sketch about that where you were like, I don't want a relationship. And then we have sex, and then immediately there's a pastor at the end of the bed, and you're like asking me to marry you.
We together.
That's funny.
Every relationship.
Well, it hasn't been a lot.
Only been 3.
Okay. And I'm here with the ring. And that's all that matters. Damn it.
Well, I can't say only been 2, because the first one, she was a virgin. I was damn near a virgin.
All right. Does it count? It counts then.
We were kids.
It's special.
No, it's just like, hey, you like me, I like you too. We together. But the second one, it was like, what clap did I do on the thing?
Guy Trip says, I want my sandwiches, Autumn. This is Merca. Autumn Reed says, Guy Trip, you're going to take this original Chex Mix and enjoy it. I don't like meeting parents before sex is necessary. Oh, I don't know meeting parents before sex is necessary. Maybe after, if you're really feeling them.
If
he
that
said
box
before
is
raw.
fire,
He didn't say before sex. He said before raw.
If that box fire, we together.
But how many times do you have sex with a condom before you go raw? Because I saw a comment here earlier that says once you're in a relationship, it's raw.
Well,
I wouldn't know because he never tried to use a condom with me, ever. But with the other women, I'm hoping.
I was back then rolling the dice.
Yeah. That's not the sound of dice.
I remember one was so good. I was like, you mind if I take this one?
But how many times had you smashed by then? Is that the first time when you said that? Because men don't like condoms. And I can imagine if I was a man, I would be I don't even like trying to do half of it with your underwear on. Because I'm like, something's in the way. Something's in the way.
Underwear. Anyway, so
Panties. I was trying not to say panties. My phone.
Dang, what was I about to say? You said...
How many times before you take the rubber off?
Oh, that. So my criteria is completely different than a lot of people's probably. I'm huge on smells. So there's a certain body chemistry that's associated with a woman that if I hug you, I knew I wasn't going raw. Because I'm like, oh, your body chemistry ain't right. That means that thing down there don't smell right.
Facts.
And that's just from a hug, let alone being inside and, the wafts. And if that smells great, you're like, oh, the waft smells great with this protective covering.
That's the sound. That's as quick as it was.
Yeah.
Margaine says, once both get tested, the F.
Right.
That's the same thing somebody else says. We need to get tested together before going raw. period. These are 2 women that are saying this.
That's real.
The men are saying get tested.
I was
at
early
all.
20s. I wouldn't think about that. But I mean, obviously, I'm not in that position anymore. I got a wife. But I mean, at that point, that makes sense for you to both go get checked out, make sure you're good, and then you're good.
Emerald says, yeah, I've been bringing Vegas to the bedroom for a while now. So that means you've been going wild. And Z-Dog said,
Vegas.
So don't ask no questions, just risk it all. Because the first part of his question was, what questions should you ask when you're getting to know someone before getting into a relationship with them? Which I think that's an amazing question.
It's a great question. First thing I would ask is, hey, you got anything
Okay.
that's going to affect me?
Wait a minute. Let me rephrase this, because what questions should be asked before you give yourself to the person you're dating? Okay. So give yourself means to have sex with? So yeah, then that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything? But ain't nobody gonna tell the truth. If you sitting there rock hard and the girl says, do you have anything? Are you gonna be like, oh yeah, well, I meant to tell you, I got this, that, and the other?
There was a girl in San Diego once. When I was traveling back and forth down there, I think I was 23. I was 23 and met her. I went down there and we were in her crib and she was like, yeah, you can wash your clothes here. I was like, oh, bet. So I was doing laundry in her house and the clothes were in the washing machine, like freshly in there. And I'm about to poke through my jeans. And she was acting like real distant. I said, hey, I need a verbal yes. Before anything. And she was like, no, it's not that. I just gotta tell you, you know, and she goes into this whole story. And bottom line, she had something that would have been able to affect me. And she was like, but, you know, I talk to the people that I date and nothing has affected them. So you should be okay. But I just wanted to tell you. And I was like, man, that washer taking a long time. So I had to make her feel comfortable. I also had to politely decline.
Ugh.
And I had to wait for my clothes to be dry.
Oh, so she learned from that and she probably won't tell the next guy.
But I handled it extremely well. I wasn't rude. I didn't make her feel self-conscious.
It doesn't matter. She didn't get no D.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts, Tanj. When that D hard and he ready to go, he'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We can raise a family together. Your son, let me adopt him.
I mean, you know how many dudes say, I want to have a baby with you, ooh, right when they coming because that's how they feel, and then they get ghosted when the baby's actually here. Oh, well, at least she was honest. Exactly. We're supposed to be honest. And good for you for being respectful of her.
Yeah,
being
I would
honest.
never make anybody feel bad about something like that.
I forget the rules once I get clipmatized. Is that what that says?
Guy is wild.
I wasn't sure if my context was blurry. If you're grown, you're going to say something. At least they should. Well, I know we have a good friend who does comedy, and part of his comedy is when he got an STI, he was like, you know how hard it is for me to have to go back and tell the woman I slept with that I had an STI? Well, I don't either because I didn't do it.
Woo!
And I think that, and it's a very funny joke, but I think it's a common thing. It's like the doctor tells you, now call all your partners and tell them. And you're like, nah, I'm not doing that. But maybe some people do. I don't know. I appreciate you telling me, and I'm out.
That's what he would have said.
All right. So it's an hour and 3 minutes in. You want to do a couple of memes to get out of here or just get out of here?
We got to get out of here.
All right. Where are you going to be? You got a show in Mother's Day weekend in Detroit. What else?
We'll be back by then.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, thanks for doing the show with me. It's episode 40. Please share this. We need to get the views up. It's not a reel or a short, so it doesn't get in the algorithm like everything else. Please leave a positive emoji underneath it. Please tag some friends to watch it. Put comments under the video on YouTube. I have been uploading the previous episodes that were never on YouTube before. So episode 7 through 21 still need to go up there. So go ahead and rewatch them or put a comment about what you remembered about them or something so that we can get back in the algorithm. And I've just found, I'm going to find the time to add some clips.
Sharice sent you 50 stars.
Hey, Clarice sent stars again. Clarice, you sent stars earlier and you're sending them again. And these kisses are just for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for sowing seeds into this Tanjareen and CT Tree. She says share, share, share. And Z-Dog's giving a devil emoji, not disclosing what you have. Ooh, it's a quick way to catch a case. Y'all better start being honest with people. I'm retired, so I'm good. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. My new favorite show, Isaac says. I appreciate that. Good show, you guys. Let me know in the comments what part we should clip for a reel. We got to pick 60 seconds make reels. Tell me what your favorite part of the show was. And thank you for our guests who came on camera.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're out of here. I'm new here and I'm definitely a fan. Enjoyed your show. Thank you, Nira. Am I saying it right, Nira? Appreciate you. You were very active in the comments.
You're very nearer and dearer
to our hearts. And Guy sent stars as well. Thank you, Guy. Trip for sending stars. These kisses are just for you. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen tree. Make sure you're watching his comedy clips. He's been posting some very funny clips.
Thank you.
And wait for him to come to a town near you. King Diesel said I missed it. Well, watch the team replay. Put team replay in the comments if you're watching later. Bye. Damn, why are y'all so late? Okay. Bye. Good show. Thank you. Thanks for being here live. You want to smile to get out? I love your hair, baby. Bye.
Thank you.
It's hard to do this without looking down at the thing, but I think I got it. Did I do it?
No.
Okay.